The Norwegian cold-blooded trotter or draught trotter. The breed stems from the popular pastime of racing horses in harness during the winter on ice-covered lakes and rivers. Harness racing is the oldest sport in Norway, and the first known organized race was held in 1832. The farmers would race their drafts and then breed the faster and lighter horses to get better horses. One horse called Veiklebalder, born in 1849, is considered the ancestral origin of the breed. His grandfather was a thoroughbred stallion, but the others were draught. Veiklebalder looked a lot like today's cold-blooded trotters. Even though it is bred for trotting races, the breed is also known as a good all-round horse and have some success competing in both riding and driving disciplines. The average height is 154 centimeters or 15.1 hands high. The common colors are all shades of bay, black and chestnut. The horse has a coarse mane and tail and feathers. It should have a short back. The body should have a build so that it can't be mistaken for a warm blood. It has a wide head with a good expression, long legs, longer neck, and its movement should be energetic and cover a lot of ground.
Hello, this is Vive, or Virvelvind, which can be translated into whirlwind. And he is a kaldblodstraver, or a cold-blooded trotter, or draft trotter, which is a Norwegian and Swedish breed. And he's Norwegian, he's born in Norway. He's 17 years old now. He's born in 2003. And I've had him for 10 years. And he has always been used as a riding horse, but his breed is made for trotting, for racing in trot. As you can see, he has a really long back, and that's really typical for the trotter because he's made for trotting at high speeds, and he's not really made for gallop. And gallop is kind of hard for him because his body is not made for it. He's not supposed to be galloping. If he gallops in a trot race, he's disqualified. But as Vive has been used as a riding horse his whole life, he's accustomed really well to the riding discipline, and his gallop is actually pretty good. And the cold-blooded trotter's temper is usually really calm. He's not really interested in being here right now, but he has a really cold head, and he doesn't get frazzled a lot. He doesn't get very stressed compared to a lot of warm-blooded horses. He's a lot calmer, and yeah, he's really a good boy. And pros and cons about having a cold-blooded trotter. Of course, the pros is that it's cold-headed. He's not really a stressed horse. He can be stressed sometimes when riding, but I can take him pretty much anywhere, to a highway or whatever, and he's just he can stand there and sleep. He has a really robust build, so he can stand the Norwegian weather very well. Norwegian winters are cold and wet, and he usually do well. And the cons are that he, like I said earlier, he's not supposed to be galloping. He's not built for it. So a lot of the riding disciplines, especially in dressage, and a lot of things he's supposed to do in gallop and stuff like that, is a lot harder for him. It takes a lot more strength. It takes a lot more training for him to be able to do it. And buying a cold-blooded trotter for having it for a riding horse, you need to know that it's a lot of work. You have to put in a lot of more hours just to get him galloping.
The Dole or Døla horse. This Norwegian draught has its origins in Gudbrandsdalen, a valley on the east side of Norway, where it was used to farm the fields on the steep mountain sides and pull lumber home from the woods. The Dole is the tallest of the Norwegian breeds, and it is with its mild temper a good family horse, as well as being used in riding schools, as therapy horses, and in the tourist industry, carrying inexperienced riders on trail rides in the mountains. A lighter draft horse, the Dole should have lots of mane, forelock, tail, and feathers. It should have a strong build, good bone structure, and harmonious body with a light stride. It should have a medium-sized head, larger eyes, and not be too heavy. It is important that it has a good temper, loves to work, and is friendly and honest. The approved colors are black, bay, chestnut, dun, palomino, and all variation of dappled or rowan grey. It usually measures between 145 to 160 centimeters or 14.1 and a bit to 15.3 hands high. Every year there is a national championship for Dole held in Norway where they compete in workhorse riding and driving classes as well as more familiar disciplines such as dressage. There are also a national championship in workhorse driving and forest work driving where the breed excels as well as being a good all-rounder.
My name's Maria and this is my horse, Fjellheimens Ulja, and she likes cuddles, carrots and attention. Ulja is of the breed Draught. The breed doesn't have an English name because it's only located to Norway, so you could call it the breed like Norwegian Draught, Norwegian Dole horse, or just Dole horse. It's actually red listed, so it's in danger of going extinct actually. The breed originated in Gudbrandsdalen Valley in Norway, and it is the biggest of the 3 Norwegian breeds. Here she is, my lovely, lovely draft mare. A Norwegian Dole horse in his glory. Ulja! That's her name. She has a weird name. And she's weird. Yeah, you're weird. Don't eat that, no. No. She still has her baby teeth, because she's only 3 years old. Since Ulja is only 3 years old, I use her mainly for groundwork, and we've done some dressage training, liberty tricks. We also worked on the basics like going into a trailer, traveling, being nice, standing still, being alone. Yeah, just the basics. My plan for her is to school her within historical or classical dressage, mainly, but also do everything else like driving, working equitation, some show jumping, hiking, but mainly the focus will be on the classical dressage part. I've had several drafts before, in future, in the past. And my previous one, she was a talent within dressage. We were almost at the point that we could do the piaffe, actually. The drafts are great for everything. You can use them for dressage, driving, precision driving, marathon, hiking, everything. So they're a great breed to have. We have a motto in Norway for our Dole horses. We say that they have a cold head and a warm heart because they're so kind, calm and easy to deal with that they can handle a lot, because that's why we say they have a cold head, and they're really lovable, so they have a warm heart.